right, good morning, good morning, good morning. Let's get everybody in here. Gonna post the links. Now, perfect. All right, let's get everyone to slowly tune in here. Then we'll get this thing started. Right. Jobs report numbers should be out as well. Let's take a look. Alright, gonna wait till 8:35 to get everyone to kind of slowly tune in here, guys. Once everybody is here at around 8:35, we'll get started. Let me take a look at jobless claims. So the numbers came down higher than expected. Oh wait, yeah, higher than expected. So slightly there. Let's see if the market's reacting. We'll see. We'll keep an eye on that. Angel, good morning. How you doing? Caddy, good morning. Foolish Snowboarder, good morning. Sam, good morning. Nuke, good morning. Thanks again for sharing the knowledge with us. No problem. Len, good morning. Raul, good morning. Colton, what's going on? Let us eat. Sky, hola amigo. Nancy, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. All right, it's 8:31. We'll wait till 8:35. We'll get things started once that does happen. And after we get people to kind of tune in here slowly. Tommy Stonks, good morning. Caddy, 4K to 235. Nice. All right, all right, all right. Let's see, got the tweets out, got the Discord message sent out, so shouldn't be long till we get a few more people in here. Ion, good morning, my man. What's going on? Marjan, good morning. All right, guys, there's about 40 of you in here. Go ahead and smash that like button. There should be about 40 likes on this live as well. Vasi, good morning. Hassan, good morning. How you doing, my man? Let's go ahead and smash that like button. We'll wait till 8:35. Get a few more people in here. Once we do get people in here, we'll talk about the SPY. We'll talk about the Qs. We'll talk about the alerts. And after all that's done, said and done, we'll get into some of the tickers you guys want me to take a look at. And of course, as always, remember, when you're asking about a ticker that you want me to take a look at, always be sure to tell me whether you're looking to day trade it, swing trade it, and whether you're looking for calls or puts. All right. Peter McGuire, good morning. What's going on, man? Nancy, everyone smash that like button. Yes, yes. Everyone smash that like button. YouTube loves it when you guys smash the like button. Gabrielle, good morning. All right, early birds rise and shine. All right, all right, all right. Boom. Vasi, aka Vasil. Yes, I figured. I thought it was gonna be you. All right, guys, we got about a minute to go here. We'll wait one more minute, get things rolling, get people to kind of come in here. Simon, morning from Toronto. Finally, good weather here in Toronto. Last few days have been kind of gloomy, but looking to turn things around here. All right. Perfect. So markets hasn't really, reacted too aggressively to that jobs report number. Still kind of fluttering here. Ajaya, good morning. All right, guys, 8:34, about 30 seconds here. We'll get things rolling. Before we do, go ahead and smash that like button. Don't forget to press like. And yeah, walked upon. Good morning, Mr. Investor. What's going on, my man? Ajaya coming in with the ticker SPY. Nice, SPY is a good ticker. Walked upon. Coffee time. All right, here we go. All right, guys, it is 8:35, so let's get started here. Okay, let's pull up the SPY chart, and here we go. We have the SPY chart. This one's a little cleaner, so you guys can take a look at what's going on. But obviously, we can see that downtrend has kind of taken place. Every time we pop back up to the moving average, we sell off, pop up, sell off, popped up again, sold off, and then yesterday we did pop back up again to this level, rejected, put in a doji. All right, so usually doji at resistance and supports can mean an indication of a reversal or essentially weakness coming in that could roll it over, or if it was at support, push it back up. However, we're kind of gapping up a little bit here in the market. So a few ways we can kind of approach this. All right, so let's take a look at the closer time frame and see what levels we're really kind of working with here. I'm gonna get rid of these. Don't like these here. Perfect. So let's go ahead, put my levels up. And in regards to the SPY, the level that I'm focusing on today is that 383.60. Okay, now why is it the level I'm paying attention to today? Well, because it's been proven itself over and over again, right? We have proved it right here. We have it proven right here. We have it proven right here yesterday early on. And again, once we hit that resistance, we came back and kind of bounced here a little bit. And now we're kind of using that area as support going into the open. Okay, so that's what I'm kind of paying attention to going into the open, this 383.61 level. Okay, now if we're able to hold this level, great. We have some resistance right here at 385.84, which also lines up with that 20-day moving average right above us, that overhead 20-day moving average. So that's something we're going to keep an eye on. However, if we do clear that, we do have nice room to push to the 389.50. All right, now why is that? Let's go back to the daily, zoom in, and I'll show you why that is. We had this straight sell-off, and if we can get back over this little 385.80, this 385, which is the 20 moving average, we do have a nice little pocket that we can push up in towards, and that's going to be the area that I'm going to be paying attention to. And that area again is confirmed right here, right? We hit this level, rejected. So if we come back to this level right here and push through it, then we're looking to hit this 389.50 level. Okay. So that's kind of what I'm paying attention to. 385, we break that to the upside. 389, 391, 392 will be probably the highest ceiling we'd essentially attempt today if we do get some momentum and strength into this 389. Otherwise, if we do roll over 383.60, where are we looking to fall to? Obviously 381, which is right there. And then under that, we have some support at this 380, 378 level, and then 376. Okay, so take a screenshot of this. Remember that the main level that we're paying attention to is going to be this 383.60 level. And out of the open, if we push into this area and reject, I'll be a little hesitant at taking calls. I really want to see this kind of come up, smash through this, consolidate and hold, and continue moving higher to the upside if I'm going to be really strong and bullish on calls today. Okay, if we decide to come back down, sell off, retest, and consolidate lower, great. That's a possibility as well. But what I don't want to happen is this. Okay, so let's hope for that directional move today. The FOMC minutes, we're kind of out of the way now. We got some of the information from the document yesterday. Let's see if we get some buyers coming in, or sellers for that matter, to give us a directional move that we can take advantage of. All right, so with that said, let's jump into the cues. Walk the pond, keep up the good work, sir. Always love your Thursday streams. Appreciate it, man. You didn't have to donate, but thank you so much. I appreciate you for coming in every Thursday and tuning in as well, my man. Thank you so much. Walk the pond. All right, so moving on to the cues here. What's significantly different here on the cues, guys? We've realized that, you know, in the last few days we've had a little bit of more relative strength in tech names, right? You can see that because we are above that 20 moving average. We've had a stronger day in the last 2 trading days, and we actually closed above that 20-day moving average on yesterday. Okay, so something to take note on as well here. But again, it's all about levels. So let's take a look at the levels today and see what we're working with. Okay, I'm gonna put the levels up here. All right, perfect. So the levels here that we're paying attention to is this 289 level. All right, this 289 level, 288.80 level is a level I'm paying attention to, which is the equivalent to the 383.60 on the SPY. Why? Because we have this resistance. We have the resistance becoming support. This area is vital, okay? And again, I said area because we're not really, it's not a specific price. We have a nice range of an area that we can kind of use. So 289, 288.90, those are the areas that I'm kind of keeping an eye on, okay? So 289.20, 288.70, this range is the level that I'm looking at today. If we are able to hold above this, great. We're going to see a nice push. We're going to see a push into this area, which is that 290.90 of yesterday's high. And above that, we don't have that overhead 20 moving average like we did on the SPY. So we could see that relative strength come back into some of these tech names. And then we have room to kind of push to 294.82, 297. All right, so much more range on the cues, especially because if you take a look here, if we push up into this area, the 294 is right here, and really we start seeing resistance at the 296, 296.60 area, okay? So trying to see if we can hold this 289.20, push above the 290, 291, then we can look to get into the 295, 296s with pretty good ease here, okay? If we do lose this 289, obviously, then we're getting that selling pressure. People who kind of held calls overnight are going to start selling. We might get that dumpy action take place back to 284.98, which was a clear area of support. You can see right here, supported, broke out, old resistance. So then if we lose this 284.98, we could see 282.10. All right, so take a screenshot of this. All right, these are the levels that I'm kind of paying attention to today, and I kind of want to focus on going into today's trading session. And we have our triggers. If we get that aggressive sell-off, great. We're going to look at some stocks with the downside triggers and take some bearish moves. If we push up above these levels and hold, then we're looking at those bullish move scenarios. All right, so now, since we got the SPY and the cues out of the way, let's go ahead and jump into the free alerts. One of them is Airbnb. All right, Airbnb, I like this one. Let's take a look at the daily here. Is pretty close to an inside day. It actually popped up a little bit, but I do like this little rest day after a push up. So that's why it's on my watch list. It had pretty decent volume yesterday. So let's take a look at what the trigger is. So Airbnb, I'm looking at this one over 94. Okay, and 94 is really just to clear this little pivot high here. If we get above that, we could very easily see a nice push back to yesterday's highs or yesterday's pre-market levels, sitting at around 96. Okay, if we do get back under 92, which is essentially losing yesterday's low, then I'm looking to kind of take advantage of the put side and try to bring it back down to the support right here out of 88.24 area. Okay. So that's the triggers on Airbnb, 94 to the upside, 92 to the downside, okay? And I'll talk about how you guys can go take these trades and what techniques I kind of use in regards to this. So next one's Baba, all right? Baba had a strong move yesterday, held up very well. Need to get this one over 2075, 2080. Then we can look to kind of take advantage of this push to the 122, All right, now the issue with BABA is that coming into the daily, it's got a lot of this congestion area happening right here. Okay, so a little bit of a riskier play, but when this name does get going, it does get going. So that's kind of what I'm paying attention to here. Over that 120.75 for a long side trigger, and if we do get that selling pressure from all that overhead, and we do roll back under that 1950, then I'm looking to kind of take advantage of the put side and bring it back down to at least 117, 116.50 area. All right. Now, next one is Xpev. All right. Nice little gap up. The reason why I liked Xpev is that we've had this strong push into that 200 moving average. We sold off, kind of kissing this 20 moving average. We have an inside day after a big bullish move here. So this can really go both ways. I prefer it to kind of bounce off and trampoline off of this 20, head back towards that 200. So keeping an eye on this one, trying to see if this inside day will pan out, and see if we can kind of get a trigger going to the upside. All right, so for this one, I need 32 to break out of the gates, 32 for an upside push. If we do get that, we're going to see moves towards at least 32.90, 33 area, which is this prior high right here, right? Bam. And if we get this weakness coming in and we lose that 31.50 area, well, you have a little bit of an overnight gap fill that you can take advantage of towards that 30.70 area. So under 31.50, we're looking to take advantage of the put side, obviously with weaker markets or relative weakness. And above that 32, we're looking to take advantage of this one to the upside. All right, now let me go ahead and discuss why and how you would take some of these trades. Okay, so let's go back to Airbnb. A lot of people ask me still, how do you take the triggers? What do you do? Do you wait? Do you wait for 10-minute, 15-minute candle to close, 5-minute candle to close? And my answer is always the exact same thing. For me, I'm a price action guy. I've looked at candles for so long. I've stared at, the first 5-10 minutes of candles so precisely in the last, 8 years. Personally, if the trigger comes right in the first 5-10 minutes, I take my risk and I take that trade. So let's say it's the first 5 minutes, we open up, we are inching close to this. I'm taking my alert, I'm taking my trigger right here, and I'm going along, and I'm taking this morning momentum, this morning volatility as an opportunity to get my premiums to juice up and take that aggressive push out of the gates and maximize on my profits and get out. Right now, the risk with that comes, you could very easily hit that resistance or that trigger and essentially come right back down, right? You can hit that right there, you can get involved right here, and this thing can come straight right back down. Okay, so if you do not have a good risk tolerance, if you do not know how to exit your trades quickly for a loss, if you're someone that struggles to hit the exit button or exit your trades for a smaller loss, then maybe the first 5-10 minutes isn't for you. What you could do is you could wait and see how it pans out. Oftentimes, sometimes the trigger doesn't come right out of the open, an hour or so pans out, and if that's the case, we get price action, and then we break out, you wait for this retest, confirmation right there, you take that trade, and then you continue to the upside. Now with this type of move, what you want to look for, let's say these are the volume bars, you want to look for increasing volume on the breakout, and on the pullback, you want to see that decreasing volume, right? Telling you buyers are stepping up on the way up and sellers are going away and not enough sellers are coming in. Volume is decreasing. That's your confirmation. Get in on the retest and take advantage of the move to the upside, right? So kind of both ways you can trade this. You can take the aggressive route if it triggers out of the open, or you can take the not so aggressive route. All right. With that said, I'm going to jump into the chat here. Let me know if you guys have any tickers you want me to take a look at. If you're looking to day trade it, whether it's calls or puts, or if you're looking to swing it and whether that's calls or puts. All right, so I'm going to jump into the chat, see if any of you have any questions in some of your tickers right here. Kadar, good morning. Matish, good morning. Walked upon, I tune in on Sundays too. Nice, man. Pleasure having you. All right, guys, before I get into checking tickers, go ahead and smash that like button. I would greatly appreciate it if every single one of you guys just go boom, boom, boom. hit that like button, put that thumbs up. It would really greatly help the channel. All right, CRWD over 185 for a day trade. Hardik, how you doing, man? All right, CRWD over 185. Let's take a look at the daily time frame here. So it's got room. There is not much overhead here on the daily, which is something I do like. It does look like it's consolidating sideways, which is another thing I do like. Over 185. So you're obviously well above 185 now. So that trigger is invalid. Your 185 is sitting down here. Price action is around 187, 188. I think the safer play would be to wait for that 189 break. If you get that 189 break, you get out of this consolidation zone and you can really kind of trigger and continue higher here once you are out of this little consolidation zone that it's been putting in the last 2 days. All right, so 189 will be the level I would pay attention to the upside for a day trade. Day trade 7-8, Apple 145 calls or 140 puts depending on the trend. All right, well, let's take a look at Apple. Let's take a look at the daily time frame on Apple. So Apple, pretty good move up. It failed to get hold above this 143.44 level yesterday. Let's take a look at the 15-minute time frame. 143.44. So perfect. Yeah, I would say, if this can get back above that 144 level, I wouldn't mind getting involved in some calls. 145 calls. Yeah, you can take the 145 calls if this does trigger over 144. All right, if it does, it's confirmed that it's gone back above that resistance that I was just talking about. We do get that bullish momentum. We could look to push to that 145 if you get over the 144, which would work. And on the downside, 140 puts. For the puts, I would really wait for that 142.50 level to break. Get rid of all this noise at the top, lose that support of 142.50. Then you can try to take advantage at the put side. All right, but be careful. Sometimes Apple does get in these moods where it gets really choppy. So wait for those triggers. 144 and 142.50 are something that you can kind of take an eye and pay attention to. Check out Meta. All right, checking out Meta. Looks good. Perfect. I like this. I like this because of a few reasons, okay? And I'll explain to you why. And I've kind of had it on watch here. But first of all, Meta is a name that I really ever take off my watch list. Anyways, you have this resistance right here, right there, right? 170, 174. A little bit of resistance again there. And yesterday you hit that 170, 175 and rejected again. All right, now let's take a look at the closer time frame again. Perfect. What are we creeping up to? We're creeping up to that 170, 175. So where would we get involved here? It doesn't make sense to get involved anywhere under that 177.75, right? You could try to scalp this from 171 to 170, 175, which would be about a, let's see, 0.5% move. But I really would like to see this 170, 175 level break. Then we can take advantage for that push higher, okay? Then we can kind of get involved. There's a slight little gap fill here to the 175 area that we can kind of take advantage of. That's what I would pay attention to. 170, 175 to the upside. I like that as well. KR call day trade above 47.68. Let's take a look at KR. Let's take a look at the daily. Call day trade above 47.68. All right, so I gotta ask why you like the call on this. I'm not really sure, other than there's nice support. This 41.18 level is holding up. This 47.18 level is holding up, and you're seeing 47.68, which looks like it's yesterday's high. The idea is not bad. The only thing is, I'm not a fan of this chart here and this congestion that's kind of taking place. It is an inside day. You could take the inside day trigger over yesterday's high, but you risk running into this 47.89 level. which is a 200 moving average, and getting smacked back down. If you do trade this, you could take that trade right there, like you mentioned. It will have room to kind of push up into this 48.50, but your first area of rejection is going to come at 47.89, which is right there at that 200 moving average. Nvidia upside resistance above 154. Nvidia upside resistance over 154. Over 154, I got 155.40 area. Nice move right here, 155.40. And above that, it really opens up. You have some resistance right here at 156 as well, but then 162 is really the next point above that. You can see nice little sell-off, which leaves us for a nice little move back up into a nice pocket. 20 moving average at 162. If you get above this 155, 156 area, it could very easily kind of pop back into that 20 moving average. Microsoft call over 270.56. Let's take a look at Microsoft. Microsoft, I like this little move that it's made here. Let's put this line right there. 270.56. Let's take a look. Got some resistance right there. 15-minute time frame. 270.56. So I gotta ask, why 270.56? That puts you all the way up here. For a trade on this, considering where we are today, this pivot right here at 268.36, and your next big resistance is going to be 273. I would personally take this right at the break of 268.36, 268.50. Right, you take that trigger. It has room to 273 before it starts seeing some resistance. That's where I would get involved on Microsoft on the call side. Exxon 90 call. This Exxon, man. So yesterday, a lot of these energy names started seeing these bottoming wicks. If you take a look at XLE, you see it's got that bottoming wick. It did a good job holding above the 200 moving average. So if we're looking at ZOM here, considering it's in an area of lots of price action congestion, nice little wick on it yesterday. You're looking at 90 calls for 715. 90 calls for 715 is fine, but I would want to clear at least 85 on it. Very easily we could come up to this 85, this 200 moving average, sell off, reject. A little bit of resistance here before close as well on July 5th. So I want to see this over 85. If we get over 85, then you have a nice little pocket to 86.93 you can take advantage of. Google 2400 call, already holding. Do you think we'll repeat Tuesday's run? Alright, let's take a look. Already holding. Yes, guys, if you guys are here, go ahead and smash that like button. Nancy, thank you so much for always reminding me. Listen, you can't expect, you just can't expect another run like this to happen again. It happened here. It was right at support. It made a nice trampoline move. We had market kind of move with it. But to kind of expect that again on a stock that very rarely does that, I mean, it's the option is there, but I wouldn't hope for that. I wouldn't hold the stock. I wouldn't hold it to expect another 5-7% move on it. Okay. Anyways, let's see. This move from the lows to the high was about 7%. Okay. So you coming in here, you're losing a little bit of volume. Your next big resistance area is sitting at around 2384. Let's take a look at the 15-minute time frame. So yeah, as long as it's done a good job continuously moving up, but you can see the aggressive buying is kind of dying down. You're starting to get some selling pressure. In order for this to continue higher, I would say you need to get above 2340. Then you can get into that resistance, and at that point, I would shave at least 80% of the trade off. I'm not sure what expiry you have, but if you have even shorter term expiry, as in tomorrow's expiry, then I would really pay attention to trying to take some profits at this level right here, because data is going to start chewing you up. All right. Matish, thank you. No, thank you, man. No problem. Appreciate it. All right, guys. It is 9 a.m. here. I'm going to have to jump out of the stream, get into the Discord, get ready for the trading day. Remember, every Thursday we do go live right here on YouTube. I come in here and go through the market sentiments. We'll go through some alerts, answer some of your questions. If I did miss your question, don't worry. Shoot me a DM on Twitter or message me in Discord. If you guys are still here, go ahead, smash that like button. We'll catch you guys all here next week, same time, Thursday, 8:30 a.m.